As you collect data, you want to try to organize it in a way. You may eventually put it in a display, but frequently or often the first step is to make a chart or a table and then transfer those numbers to some sort of a display. Frequency is the number of times that a value appears in a data set. Your data set is just your collection of numbers as you've counted things. And then when you put it in a chart or table, that's called a frequency table. It shows the numbers and how often these things occur. So suppose you were doing a survey of your classmates or maybe of the middle school and you wanted to know what their favorite football teams were. And you narrow it down, they have to choose one. And we can put in, maybe we can put in other. Because these are 3 local teams, or well, the Cowboys aren't local, but a lot of people like them, don't quite get that, but they do. So suppose there were 4 people that like the Ravens, and this is just the marks that you put down, the tally marks, and then you put the Hindu Arabic symbol for that number 4. Cowboys 1, Eagles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that kind of groups them so you can count them. We'll say 6, and maybe this was the most popular, other 11. So we have 4, 1, 6, 11. So that's how you can quickly organize your data into a frequency table. And actually one of the major teaching points of this lesson was histograms. And a histogram is a display. It's a type of bar graph. But you may notice in this type of bar graph there is no space between the categories like you have in regular bar graphs. So no space between the number of the score 0 to 20. People that scored 0 to 20, looks like there were maybe 3 of them. People that scored from 20 to 40, looks like maybe 9. A little bit hard to tell with this. This appears clearly to be lined up with 20. So between 40 and 60, get the scores between 40 and 60, there were 20 people. And it looks like there were, scoring between 60 and 80 points, there were 40 people. So a couple of distinguishing features about a histogram. First of all, the main thing is this is going to be an interval. It's going to be a range of numbers from 0 to 20, from 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80. It's important that these are equal intervals, so you're not going to go 0 to 20, and then 20 to 30, and then 30 to 100. Once you establish what this interval is, or the space between the numbers, you have to be consistent. You've got to keep it the same. This is by 20s. 20, then 20 more 40, and 20 more 60. And there's no space between the bars. That distinguishes it from a bar graph. No space, intervals. Those are the 2 distinguishing characteristics of histograms.